Great to have you in studio. I'm just curious what you get on the street when you're walking in New York. What do they yell out to you?
Oh, everybody's Madea, 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 Tyler, Madea. So, yeah, I deal with that a lot.
I'm wondering if you go back to Larry Johnson, when Larry did Grandmama, do you remember those commercials?
It was a long time ago. Yeah, I do remember.
But Madea is not, Madea is more of your mom, right?
Oh, yes.
But Larry was he was the Grandmama.
Grandmama, yeah. No, it's a cross between my mother and my aunt, man. And these are the funniest women I know. You don't want to run into them in an alley late in the midnight. They'll take you down.
Now, do you have to get Mom and Grandma's approval of some of the humor?
Yeah, my mom, before she passed, she loved it. But Madea is the PG version of those women. No, they're straight NC-17, man. They don't stop.
What happens? What was it like to put on a dress as a woman that first time?
It was really scary, man. I had an actress that didn't show up at a show. This is a true story. And Madea was born in that moment. So I had to go on stage and do the Madea lines and her lines. And it just got bigger and bigger. Every time I get up and walk across the stage, the audience would be laughing. So I'm like, what are they laughing at? Then I turn around and see that I got this big ass in the back that's bouncing all over the place, man. It's been a lot. It's been a lot of fun to see the audience reaction, but I freaking hate it.
You do hate it.
Oh my God, man! That costume and that wig, and if somebody had told me years ago that this thing was going to go on almost 20 years, I might have had a different. I wouldn't have played the character or something.
Yeah, but you got another one coming out, Madea. Isn't there a funeral?
The funeral, yeah, they're coming out because people keep coming. I tell them, I say, as soon as you guys start coming to see this movie, this old broad is dead. She is dead quicker than anything. I'm telling you.
She doesn't die in the funeral one.
No,
though.
she doesn't die in the funeral.
Well, spoiler alert.
Yeah,
there.
she buries some other people in the funeral. Well, who knows? If this movie doesn't do well, she may die in the funeral. We'll see.
When did you get famous?
Am I?
Yeah.
You guys were just talking about that, like Ryan Reynolds. Like that's famous.
Would you want that?
No. I'm too low key for that. I like to be able to kind of blend in, even, which is hard being 6'6", but I like to try to blend in. But no, it's too much. It's too much.
But people know the name.
Yeah, they know the name.
But that's enough.
Yeah, that's enough. That's enough because behind the scenes and all the work is where my focus is. The business side of it, opening the studio down in Atlanta. I bought Fort McPherson Army Base and turned it into a studio with 12 sound stages, and it's coming along great. I'm really excited about it.
How great is it to not be in Los Angeles?
Oh, that's pretty wonderful, man. That's really wonderful. I'm not a LA guy at all. Not a LA guy at all. I have a house there, but I go for business and get out of there. I'm a guy who likes. I want to be around more trees than people. So give me the South all day long. Yeah.
But at your side, what are you? 6'6" what?
6'6". What's that? What's
6'6".
What weight?
Guess,
please. Please, Dan.
50, 240,
I'm actually 280.
280.
Yeah, 280.
And you never played?
Never played. I had asthma as a kid, man. I had asthma, and I hated the jocks. I had a resentment for them, man, because I had asthma as a kid, and they were so good. My mother would come outside, and she'd see me out there playing football. You better get your ass in the house. I'm not going to the hospital with you tonight. Come sit down. So that was it. That was my sports career, man. It was over.
Wow. That's pretty good, though.
Yeah.
That mama's protecting you there.
Yeah.
But you're also the biggest guy, though, out there, aren't you?
Oh, in Hollywood? Are you kidding me?
No, in the backyard.
Yeah, completely.
You're the big, yeah.
But I was from I'm from New Orleans, so there were a lot of big people there's still a lot of big people in New Orleans.
Well, could you do a movie based on your childhood?
Oh, wow.
Everything that's involved with it.
Whoa, that would be really intense. I don't know now.
Is there too much there?
There's a lot there, but I would be afraid to leave bodies in the street, so to speak. Just to tell the true story. There are people who are still around who would be affected greatly. So I'll just save it for a book one day.
How about if you did it as a comedy?
It wasn't pretty. It wasn't.
It wasn't funny.
There wasn't a lot of fun in it. No, man. There was no. I don't know. Some of that stuff. I don't know.
Can you direct yourself? I know with Madea you're doing that.
Yeah.
But how difficult is that? And can somebody suggest something to you that maybe they saw that you didn't?
Oh, absolutely. Especially when I'm directing myself. But the funniest thing though is standing there in that damn costume, man, and trying to direct people and tell them, okay, and I'm in this voice, go, okay, I need the camera over here, bring the light, and the lighting's a little off, and all his crew is looking at me like, is he serious? Like, yeah, get over here. So yeah.
Ever gone out in costume?
No. That's just too weird, man. I don't even dress up for Halloween because the whole time I'm doing these movies and things like that, I don't want to see a costume.
How about being an actor when you're not directing? Like Gone Girl.
Gone Girl, I love that, man. I love working with David Fincher. He's brilliant. He does 50 million takes each time. And I didn't understand it at what he was doing, but then I started watching what a master he is at seeing things. Like he'll do 20 takes based on the reflection of a glass in the corner until he gets it right. I don't want that many options when I'm editing. Give me 2.
Can you second guess the director when you're just the actor in it?
I wouldn't do that, just out of respect for their process. I wouldn't. If I'm going to sign on to do somebody else's project, I'm going to totally surrender and let them lead the way.
In your head, though, could you be second guessing?
In my head, I'm going, okay, what take is this? 97, 98? Just shut your mouth, Tyler. Do what you're supposed to do.
But it also helps you, I'm going to guess, have a different perspective when you're directing.
Oh, that was like going to school for me, man. It was so great. I got a movie coming out next called Acrimony that I learned a lot on Gone Girl, and I borrowed a lot of that and took it with me from him and Ben Affleck.
It's called sampling, right? Can you sample off of somebody else?
Sampling, yeah. It depends. It depends on if it's a Motown song or not.
When you did... You never hear somebody saying, I sampled off that movie. It's always off music.
Yeah. No, when I say that, I mean, it's the style and the paying attention to it and the lighting and the feel and the mood and things like that. I was like, whoa, okay, I get it now. I see what they're doing.
Do you like comedy or drama?
They both have their place, but right now, I think for me, the comedy is so important because all that's going on in this country, man, all of our pastimes, everything we're trying to get to escape it's becoming so political. So I just wanted to do a movie. It's like 100 minutes of just stupid, silly fun. Don't think about anything. Just go laugh and have a good time.
So you make no apologies with that?
For being a silly movie?
Yeah.
I'm not trying to make Schindler's List. Yeah, man. It's just like, no, I know. This is exactly what I wanted to make. When the critics are like, what was he thinking? What the hell are you looking at? That's what I was thinking. Let's just have some fun. Don't be so serious.
Tyler Perry's new movie, Boo 2, Madea Halloween, hits theaters next Friday, October 20th. Do I have to see the other Madeas to understand this?
No.
Okay.
No. You just have to go in, get a joint or a drink, and just sit there and just enjoy yourself.
I don't think you can get joints at the movie theater, though.
I don't know which movie theaters
you've
been going to.
Is this in Colorado?
right. Yeah, they're at the concession stand, man, right there. Just go up and roll it up.
I like that. Yeah. Especially with a comedy. I think that would help.
That's right.
Now, did you grow up with a comedy movie that stayed with you or said, boy, that kind of sparked something in me?
Oh, listen to me. Jerry Lewis was hysterical, man. I see him all the time. Just the things that he would do was so funny. Steve Martin and Richard Pryor, those guys, that's the kind of movies I grew up on. Just laughing. The Jerk. I mean, man, those movies were so funny. So funny. I miss those kind of movies.
Did you want to be a stand-up comedian?
No, I never had a desire.
No interest?
No. I fell into this thing. I was watching the Oprah show. Yes, big black man was watching the Oprah show. I was watching the Oprah show, and she said it was cathartic to write things down. And I started writing, and I was using different characters' names. And a friend found it. He said, "Man, this is a really good play." And I thought, a play? Okay, well, maybe I should go start seeing some plays. So I couldn't afford to go to the theater, so I would wait to intermission when everybody would come out to smoke, and I would follow them back into the theater. So these critics would say, something about his movies, they always seem like it's just one act. And that's why I was just learning from the one act of the
You only got to see one act.
That's it. That's all I could afford.
What was that like was Oprah a phone call the first time, or was it in person?
It was a phone call on April Fool's Day to be on her show. And I thought I was being, April Fool.
Yeah.
But yeah, so then I show up and, we do the show. And in 2007 is when she invited me to a party she was having called the Legends Ball, and that's when she and I became friends.
Okay, but what's that like? I mean, you're walking in, you're some guy sitting at home in your underwear eating Funyuns or something, watching Oprah.
What do you know about Funyuns? What do you know about Funyuns? Yeah.
I love Funyuns.
Funyuns, yeah.
Very underrated Funyuns.
Absolutely. Clogged arteries and all, but no, Funyuns. I love Funyuns. No, it was really surreal just going in there and having a conversation with her, and just somebody who I admired, who looked like she could be a relative of mine, and really inspired me through some really hard times. I thought, wow, this is pretty awesome.
All right, we'll come back. You live in Atlanta.
Yeah.
You grew up in New Orleans.
Yep.
I don't know if you're a Saints fan or a Falcon fan. Save this.
Okay.
It's called a tease, Tyler.
Okay. All right.
It's a tease. That's what this is.
Thanks, Dan.
This is big time radio right
Thanks,
here.
Dan. Okay,
This is
I
a
got the tease. Save it.
I want to ask you about Colin Kaepernick as well,
Okay.
and going to the fight when you went to. Did you go Mayweather and McGregor?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. I'm saving it. It's a tease.
Tyler Perry presents the Dan Patrick Show.
Yes,
right
there it
after
is.
this.
There it is.
So rap Jeopardy.
So
what do you think?
It's a hit already,
Right?
man. It's a hit on BET. Let's do it.
BET?
Let's do it.
Fritzy, give Tyler. Let's see how. Are you up on the rap game? Do you know lyrics?
Me?
Yeah,
No.
you don't?
No.
Oh, okay. All right, Fritzy, give Tyler a lyric.
I'll go one with Slick Rick and Dougie Fresh, where he goes. Give me a second. They got on the D train at what street? Dougie Fresh got on the D train at what street?
Ooh, tough one.
I have no idea.
Boop, boop, boop.
Got on the D train at 205th. I saw a pretty girl, so I sat beside her. Then she went wrong. It was Tony the Tiger.
Yeah, Fritzy, I just,
Just
please.
Oh, he's busted out some rhymes.
Yeah, just one line.
don't
there.
rap. Don't rap. Don't rap.
205th. That's what we were looking for.
205th. Got it.
All
Got
right,
it.
full intro here. Tyler Perry, big time actor, writer, director, producer.
Big time. That's
Big
so
time.
funny.
Well, no, we weren't sure how to act. Wait, like everybody was like, we got to clean up our act. Tyler Perry's coming in
Whatever,
here.
get
And then
out of
I know Oprah's watching, so
Yeah, always.
Yeah.
She
So-
loves sports.
Tyler Perry's new movie, Butu, Madea Halloween, hits theaters next Friday, October 20th. And secretly doesn't want you to like the movie so he can stop dressing
Stop
as a
it.
woman.
No,
that's not.
Stop it. Take that energy back.
No,
Take
no.
that out of the
He
room.
really wants you
I
to
want
love
you
this.
to laugh and love it.
Yes,
That's right.
because
That's
then
right.
he's got a Madea funeral movie coming up, and then one after that I'm
and
going
a
to
Madea
get.
Deadpool, and a Madea Titanic, and a Madea. We're just going all down the list.
How about if Madea took on all these superheroes, though? Get them
Oh,
all
man.
in there.
Oh, man.
Iron Man versus Madea.
Let's do it. Let's do it. I hope Marvel's listening. We'll make it all happen.
Robert Downey Jr. versus Madea. And I'm
Yep.
going Madea.
We just ruined that franchise. I love it.
All right. A couple of things. You live in Atlanta,
Yeah.
but you grew up in New Orleans.
Yeah.
Saints fan?
I'm a Falcon fan.
Ooh, okay.
Falcons. Falcons.
Yeah.
Yeah. You don't know who to root. I have on the front of my jersey the Saints and the back the Falcons when I'm going to that game where we're both playing. Yeah. That's what we do.
Where'd you watch the Super Bowl?
Where did I watch the Super Bowl? I can't remember.
Did you watch the Super Bowl?
I can't remember. I can't remember. No, I think I watched it in L.A. I think I watched it in L.A.
Because the Falcons aren't sure where they were. And
For the Super Bowl? Wow.
did that hurt a little bit?
Yeah.
Are you invested that much with the Falcons that it would actually bother you?
I'm afraid to say no. No.
okay.
No. It just for me, I'm not one of those people that oh my God, I'm just for me it's just a pastime, just release.
You went to the fight, Mayweather-McGregor.
Yeah, I'm a part owner in the UFC.
Oh.
Yeah, so you know who I was rooting for?
Yeah.
Mayweather. No, I'm kidding. No. Yeah, but it was a really good fight. Really, really good fight.
But do you understand, like they're showmen.
Yeah.
Like there's something about that. Like
Right.
we were fortunate, and I'm older than you, but Muhammad Ali was a showman
Right.
who said it and then did it.
Right.
A lot of these showmen now say it, but don't necessarily
Can't
do
follow
it.
it up. No,
yeah.
that was a show. That was a show from the time they did their first in way into all the way to the end. It was pretty awesome.
Could Conor McGregor be an action hero?
No, I don't know about that. Yeah, I think so. I don't know what he'd be, but yeah.
Because he has a look about him.
Yeah.
Like,
He's more of a villain. I think he'd be a better villain.
yeah, but you
Yeah.
could cast him as a villain.
Hey, man, I do Madea movies. I'm not doing Marvel. I mean,
But do you want to do something that, what would shock us that you want to do? What would be a radical change where you go, I'm going here?
I'm going to play Dick Cheney in the new movie.
Okay, I'm going to watch it.
You're going to watch it. I'm going to play Dick Cheney and Cheney.
Could you-
Best makeup ever.
Could you do a movie on Colin Kaepernick? Would you do a documentary on Kaepernick? Or is there not enough there that you would be interested in something like that?
I think the documentary or the movie should be about the movement and what's going on.
Yes.
And what Ava DuVernay did this amazing documentary called 13 that talks about, all the fight and equal rights and equality and all the police brutality and just the prison systems, and everything that's going on in this country right now that need to be addressed. So I think more of the issue would be better on the focus.
What do you see? What do you think when you look at these protests with what Kaepernick has risked?
I get it. I get both sides. I get it. I get. I almost sounded like Trump when I said there's good people on both sides. I get I get it in this sense because this is their platform. These football players, this is their platform, and they want to use it to raise awareness and bring attention to this police violence, which I think is very, very important. I think it solves no issues by them being called sons of bitches, and it would be a much better conversation if they were able to sit down with the White House and NFL players to hear both sides. Because I think there's something to be said for listening to both sides. I don't think it's about disrespecting the flag. I really, really don't. There's no intention there to disrespect the flag or the country, and especially the veterans. So I take offense to that because it's not that for me.
Now, what's next, though?
Yeah,
with this,
absolutely right.
I mean, that's the key,
right? But the thing is, you go from one player kneeling to half the teams kneeling because of the attention that was raised by the White House, which is good in one sense because it brings awareness to the actual issue. So I don't know where we go from here, man. I'm sick of the division in this country. I'm sick of all of the things that we love and enjoy and the pastimes that we have being infiltrated with just so much negativity. I'm just a little annoyed by it all.
And that's why you came up with Boo2 Madea Halloween. It's theaters. That's right. October 20th.
Yeah, my contribution to all of the madness, this silly movie. Thank you so much.
Donald Trump's trying to make America great. You're trying to make America laugh.
Yeah.
Maybe come up with a hat.
Yeah, we'll make America laugh while we're all being great.
Medea. Is there a topic for Medea that you wouldn't touch?
Medea talk about everything. No, nothing's off limits. Nothing's off limits.
How did you come up with the voice?
Oh, that's my aunt, man.
That is her.
Completely. And she rounds her R's at the end of her sentences when she's talking because she thinks she's talking proper then, right? You should see her in church when she said, "Hello, Pastor. It's good to see you. Good morning." And I would hear it, man. I would fall out laughing because she was serious. She was serious.
But she knows you're mocking her. Right?
She thinks it's all flattery.
Oh, she does?
Yeah, she finds it all flattering.
It's a tribute.
It's definitely a tribute. But I'm telling you, she is the NC-17 version.
Give me an idea of what your day's like now. Like, what are you going to do after this show, this appearance?
Probably about 75,000 more interviews between here and Miami and Atlanta, and we've been in 8 cities in like 4 to 5 days or something. So, but that's just the promotion of the movie. But when I'm home, I'm writing and shooting the shows all day. It's a 12, 14-hour day when we're in production.
Yeah, but how many movies have you done? 18? 20?
Okay, I think so.
Yeah.
About 18, 20.
How many TV episodes? And
we're at 968 now.
Where's it all come from? And you do the writing.
Yeah.
Nobody's allowed to suggest anything?
No, they totally can. But my imagination, man, as a kid, I was blessed with this crazy, vivid imagination, and I still am able to use that to write. So it seems to work out.
I ran into Charles Schultz, the Peanuts creator, and I played golf with him. And at one point, I felt comfortable enough at one point, I don't know, 5th hole, 6th hole. And I said, you know what? I had an idea. And he goes, stop. I go, no, I got an idea. Stop. And I go, it was just something for Peanut. He goes, no. And he goes, I'd rather you didn't tell me.
Yeah.
And I went, okay.
Either
he shut me down.
Either he thought your idea sucked, or it's just
he didn't. Unless he gathered what my personality was like in the first 4 holes and said that guy's not creative, he's an idiot. Now he might have done that, Tyler.
Yeah,
he might have.
No.
Man, he'd shut me down.
Yeah,
like,
but I understand that. I understand it because in this business, when you have ideas and you want to protect what you have in your head and don't want to have something from someone else or end up being sued by someone else saying, "Oh, I created it," or "I gave him that idea." So yeah, I understand that policy greatly.
He's a big time man.
Big time.
You're doing it all. You're just big
time.
time. You got a nickname?
Big time.
Big time.
There it is.
Oprah's going to call you right after this appearance.
Hey, big time.
Hey, big time. Can you imitate Oprah?
No, I'm not.
You're not going to imitate. Okay, there you go. Smart guy.
No, not doing that.
Smart guy. Tyler Perry's new movie, Boo2, a Madea Halloween. He just wants to make you laugh.
That's it.
And he loves wearing that costume.
Yeah, man,
boy, does he love wearing that costume. Next Friday, October 20th, nationwide. Thank you for coming.
Thank you. Absolutely.
He's Tyler Perry.
The Dan Patrick Show, weekday mornings on Audience.